It's been the same story the last couple of games with you kind of turning the game on late. I mean, what kind of gave you the confidence to kind of take that game over after missing your first couple of shots and kind of getting back into it?
I talked about it earlier. I think it really comes from just being a fifth year, having that experience, and just like having Io last year. Seeing him play with just such confidence. With the ball in his hand, late game, making plays down the stretch, whether he scored or passed. It just it goes to show like the confidence. He always gave me that confidence to make the right play, and I try to be aggressive and make the right read every time, and just be a fifth year. So down the stretch, I think it's based off experience.
Yeah, and then I guess then with Io last year, I mean, how much do you talk to him, and how much does he kind of teach you or kind of impact your game?
Can you repeat that?
I know Io was there last year. I mean, how much did he kind of impact your game now, and do you still kind of talk to him?
We talk occasionally, but I'd say he impacted me just like I said, the confidence. He plays with such confidence whenever the game is tight. It doesn't matter. He's gonna go and make the right read, right play, and he was always confident down the stretch of closing out games.
Trent, you and Juwan looked like you talked for maybe 15 or 20 seconds before you checked out that final time. What was that conversation between you guys?
I was just telling him why he had his guards picking me up full the whole game. It kind of made me work tonight. They did a really good job, making it tough for me in the first half. And like I said, it was really just, me telling him, back his guys off.
Trent, along those lines, it felt like the defense they were playing was kind of similar to what you guys did the first couple of years with Brad, really pressuring to keep the ball from getting to Kofi. How did you guys counter that, or what do you need to do if teams do that to you in the future?
It hit me by shock. We kind of planned on, having, Hunter. We kind of planned on him on the way he would guard and ball screens, but with Diabate coming in, they did a really good job hedging me, and it kind of had me back on my heels a little bit in the first half. It took me a while kind of adjust, but I think second half, me and Kofi talked about it. He did a really good job screening and re-screening, just coming off his off the hard hedge and just driving it back up there up the gap. So like I said, we kind of adjusted the second half and did a better job with that.
Trent, I know you said before the game that you don't like feeding into like the narratives of this, but you did kind of acknowledge the history of this game. Did it feel good to go on that 7-0 run, or what did it feel like emotion-wise to go on that 7-0 run like you did?
It feels great, I've been, doing those a lot lately, and it kind of, like I said, it kind of goes off the confidence. I think my teammates, my coaching staff, they do an unbelievable job, talking to me, giving me confidence, even when I'm not hitting shots, and I kind of just tend to be aggressive. And like I said, being a fifth year, I kind of have feel for the game. So late game, just making the right read, whether that's hitting my open teammate or just making the right read to the basket. So just being able to have those moments where I can just go on the scoring burst, the heaters, I guess. It feels good, and I love having Orange Crush, spark it up loud in there.
Hey Kofi, Coach Howard was in here and he was giving like major props to you on how you've gotten better and how you've improved GA. How do you feel about those comments, especially coming from Juwan?
Juwan was an exceptional big man back in his days. Obviously he was a really good player. To hear those compliments from him, it's big time. I'm going to keep working on my game. These guys elevate me a lot with their ability to shoot. Coach has been on me really hard. Coming back with us, my development. So it's always great hearing a really good player, a really good coach compliment you on your work.
That's for both of you. Michigan was making maybe a lot of the energy plays, the hustle plays in the first half, the remainder for the whole game. Did you feel like maybe you were able to match their energy better after halftime?
For sure. I think that was the whole first half. They came out with way more energy. They punched us in the mouth a bunch of times, and we didn't respond. They had guys diving on the ground, offensive rebounds. And, second half, we had to come out with a little more energy and effort. I think that was the whole, key to the game, offensive rebound. We knew they were going to crash 5 guys. and that's something we obviously got to get better at. But I'm glad, this team responded in the second half. We threw more punches in the second half and responded well. We got some huge stops. We got out in transition. We just had fun. Everyone smiled, everyone played together, and we just had fun.
Trent, what's the process been like of having the ball in your hands more, and has that unlocked in your game similar to earlier in your career and now doing it this year?
It's a huge thing right now. It's confidence. I'm very comfortable where I'm at. Late game. Like I said, with the experience, being a fifth year, knowing, time and time again, me and Kofi are gonna be in a high ball screen, just working on that every day. You kind of get comfortable, with the different reads I have. Having shooters, behind the 3-point line, knowing if they want a hard hedge, you can throw it back, throw it into Kofi. So just making different reads, making it tough on the defense because it's kind of we make it challenging on other opponents to cover everyone because we score the ball at a high level. So just having the ball late game, just having feel, and I'm very confident with the ball in my hands late game.
Joey?
Kofi, we've heard you talk about how much you like some of these big-time post matchups. How did you find out Hunter was not going to play tonight, and I guess what was your immediate reaction when you learned that?
I found out about 12 minutes before the game when Coach came in the locker room and basically showed their starting lineup. My mindset remains the same regardless of who I'm playing. I think that's a good attribute that I have. Coach instills in me that no matter who's on the court, no matter what player it is, always go out there and try to destroy them and try to dominate them. That's a narrative I'm trying to set. I don't care who it is. So them not having Hunter, I don't think that changed anything in my game. I just went out there and tried to play the game the right way. These guys try to make the right read, make the right play whenever I got the ball in the post, and just play great defense.
This is for Kofi. I'm curious, you shot free throws pretty well all year, and then you missed 7 straight after the rest of the game, and then made 5 straight to close out this game. Did you make a technical adjustment, or something you just kind of did mentally to fix that?
I think it was a technical adjustment. I think my brother watches the game a lot, and after I missed a 2 today, he looked at me, he said, my follow through was towards the right. He said I should straighten my follow through up, and I think that was just it, getting that mental state, like where I'm thinking, like, normally when I shoot a free throw, I think a lot about it. I'm like, okay, make sure my follow through is right. I always tell myself what I need to do in order to make the shot, So like him just correcting that, me going back in there and just concentrating a little bit more and just keeping my follow through.
It's for Kofi and Trent. 6-0, Purdue coming to town, the highest ranked team in the Big Ten right now. What's this game mean for you guys coming up?
I would say the same as everyone. It's going to be a high-level game. This was the Big Ten is all about. We're going to get everyone's best shot. Nebraska gave us our best shot. Michigan threw us punches. We're going to get Purdue next. So we don't kind of look at it as records or rankings or anything. We know teams are coming in here with a target on us, and they're going to want to beat Illinois. So we just got to continue to stay focused and take every day, every practice seriously, and continue to work on things that we're struggling at, and just continue to build the confidence for everyone else, and just continue to get better on both sides of the floor.
I think that's why we're 6-0. I think we have guys on the team who sacrifice a lot and who prioritize winning. And these guys come in every day and we try to bring the same mindset, the same energy, no matter who we play against. Even the guys that don't play, they come in, they bring it every day to get us better. When we get on the court, it's a brotherhood. We try to dominate everybody. We come with the same mindset, the same attitude. So that's why we're winning, man. We're going to continue doing that.
We have time for a couple more.
Trent, I know you talked about that ball screen action a lot. It seems to be able to get downhill pretty well there. What about that kind of action allows you to kind of have success?
Kofi, with his huge body, him screening, every time he set a screen, that's just how open it is for me. It's opening up for him. Big guys always helping on me, so I can dump it off to him every time. So just having that feel, we have that connection. I would say, late game where if he sees something, I'll look for it. If I see something, I'll tell him. So just having that connection, us talking, being able to, be coachable, to each other to get each other better. So we have that good connection, that good bond where, we know each other's strengths and know where to put the ball at and, where we need to get to each other's spots.
Okay, final question.
Kofi, did you think Trent was gonna throw that one down when he came running down the lane?
I was about to dunk it.
When I saw him elevate, like me and Trent talk a lot, you know, and like even in some plays, like some plays when you're in the play, it's hard to really realize what you could have done. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you realize it after the fact. And me and Trent talk a lot about like just him driving the ball sometimes and like him having that ability to like dunk it on somebody. And I always tell him, let's try it one time, right? When I saw him go up like today, like I stopped. I think I stopped in the middle of the court coming down. And I was just like in awe, man. I was watching him going up there. Like when he got fouled, I was so upset because that was his opportunity, you know, to like basically prove me right. And I was just so excited for him, man. Like, he's an incredible athlete that people don't realize it, man.
That's the last opportunity, so I won't be doing that again. I won't be doing that again. That was my first and last. No more.
All right, thanks, man.
Thank you.